Okay, welcome back to the channel. I'm just going to go over the scanner. It's going to be released really soon. It's going to be free for now, so I can get it out to the public and see how it's working. And this is a trading disclosure. Just go ahead and pause it and read it. So this is the site for the scanner for now. I put together a pretty basic site. I just want to be able to get it out to the public so people can create accounts, log in to their profile, download the scanner, and start using it. And you don't see a pricing section here because I don't have the pricing section set up, and it's going to be free in the beginning for people to use until once I get everything locked down and it's working good. But it's not going to be very much. For the people that register now, it's only going to be like $25 a month. So people can use it and see what it's like. And of course, you have a download section here where you can download it for Windows or Mac. You have a profile section. I'm working on the profile section. This is going to be set up. It's going to give you all the descriptions. Plus, I'm going to have a section in here for the scanner. I'm going to create a link up here in the page for the scanner to describe exactly in detail what it does. But right here we have pre-market movers, discover stocks that are making significant moves before the market opens. We have a top traded tickers, access curate list of most actively traded stocks. The pre-market movers, that is for the pre-market from like 4 to like 9:29. And this is where I make most of my money, is on pre-market movers. You have top traded tickers. You have the biggest movers. These are the ones that might not have volume, but they have the biggest gains. And we have low float movers. The scanner, there's a scanner that scans for all low float movers. It does like 10% and above. We have top press releases. Stay informed with the latest press releases that impact stock movements. This one is really good because it's already filtered out. What I do, this whole scanner is proprietary, and I have filtered it out for certain keywords I'm looking for in the title, so only the good press releases are going to show. Not all press releases are equal, so I scan for the good ones like phase 1, phase 2, significant, just keywords for press releases. And of course we have trade alerts. Receive timely alerts on significant market movements. Never miss a trading opportunity with our real-time notifications and expert insights. This right here, trading alerts, this is going to show, like for the pre-market movers, this is going to show when the volume starts coming into a pre-market mover. Once volume is 5 times the relative volume, it's going to show up on that alert. So you can see, okay, what stocks are making the moves right now, and that's going to show up. So that's what I have so far for the website, and let's go over the actual scanner. So this is the desktop app. So when you come in, you just need to put in your username. You can log in, and then the scanners are here. So you can just go ahead and do trade alerts. And of course the market's closed. There's not going to be any trades. And then top press releases. This, you can move the windows around and you can resize them, things like that. So you can put them where you want. And of course we have the pre-market movers, top traded, biggest gainers, low floaters, and top press releases, and the trade alerts. So that's the scanner. And this is going to be released here in about a week or two. I just need to wrap some things up. Everything is working. I just need to fine tune it a little bit and then get it out to the public. So definitely like and subscribe to the channel, because I'm going to release it, and I'll be putting the link to the website in the description. I traded GCTK. So let's look at GCTK. Now, I did trade GCTK, as you can see here. I took a screenshot later, and GCTK showed up on the scanner. At the time it was 716. It was $7 stock. This was later after I traded it, and I took a screenshot so I can show it here in this video. But GCTK showed up on the scanner, and the change percentage is 37%. The float was a 500,000 float. That is a really low float, so that's going to be pretty volatile, and it can really move. Now, the volume for a 1 minute at the time that I took this was 1,000, but I'll show you on the chart. It's a lot more than that. And then the relative volume for it, when I took the screenshot, was 0.6, but the relative volume when it came onto the scanner definitely was above 5 RVol. Now, GCTK, as you can see here, it has no news. When a stock has news like RILY, it shows up right here, view, in the news column. BBLG showed up in the news. And then I clicked on it, and then you can read the headline. But GCTK showed up on the scanner. And the way I have it is it checks for the volume coming into the stock on a 1 minute. So when the 1 minute is coming up, like right here is the 1 minute, it'll start showing up on the scanner right here because the volume is increasing. And once it gets 5 times volume in the previous, because as you can see here, it's just not moving. Right there was a spike, but in the pre-market, the trade alert window is going to show you when it pops up and there's volume coming in and it's 5 times relative volume. It's going to tell you in the trade alert pre-market RVol mover. So I started looking at GCTK, and then it had a perfect pullback, which is right here at 6:36. This was very early morning. I get up at 6 o'clock, and I start the coffee, and then I turned on the computer, and then I just started looking, and then this popped up before I even had my first cup of coffee. It popped up, so I just sat here and looked at it and waited, and as you can see here, this really popped up, and this is what I like. It popped up. We had a lot of volume coming into it, and then we had a small pullback. We have a micro pullback, which is good, and the volume is decreasing, which is really good. So how I like to play these is when we have a pop-up. I did not trade the pullback here. I mean, you could have traded it and got in on the break of this candle here, or you could have gotten in on the break of the high. If you got in on the break of the high and it ran all the way up probably around 50 cents, but you could have easily gotten yourself like 10, 20 cents out of it. But I usually don't break. I don't like trading the break of the highs. I like looking for a micro pullback. Now, I didn't trade this one here because this red candle, the pullback was more, so I was thinking we were going to break the VWAP and just go down. So I waited. We had nice volume on this candle. We had a micro pullback. Looks like a doji candle, indecision. So what I like to do is play the break of this candle right here. I'm looking for a 2-bar pullback. Most of the time, 2-bar pullback. If you get a 1-bar, that's fine, and you can play the break of the high of that bar. But what I do is I do the break of this, and then my stop is down here at the low of this candle or below the VWAP, which is like a 50-cent stop. As you can see here, we opened up and we didn't break it yet, but we traded down and we held the VWAP. We got the break of that, and then we started trading up. Now the next candle on that break, the next candle, it closed like at around 90 cents. But what happened was when I start trading this and it starts breaking here, and I'm looking at the level 2, and and orders are coming in, what I'm doing is at 50 cents right here, I just started scaling out. I just start, if I have 500 shares, I'll just sell 100, and then as it moves up to like 60, 75 cents, I'll sell another 100. And then this started pulling back. And once it starts pulling back about halfway on the candle where I'm taking profits, I just go ahead and get out. So it started pulling back. I just started getting out, and then I just flattened the trade. Now, the trade did work out even more. It ran all the way up to $2. So I left some money on the table, but hey, you're not going to get the whole move. I could have waited for the break of the low of these candles and then gotten like $1.50 out of it. But I just like looking at the price action, and this right here, this tail, I did not like. So it started selling off, so I got out. Now, what I could have done as it came down, yeah, I could have added a little bit and then it could have popped up. But, you're not going to get a whole move. If you're trying to get this move right here and get $2, that's great if you can get it. But what you need to do is just look for, like, get $1 and be happy. And just move on, because you don't want to be stuck on this trying to if you've got like 5,000 shares, you don't want to be stuck trying to get rid of them as it's trading down. So that was GCTK. That popped up on the scanner. As you can see here, GCTK was on the scanner, and it showed up on the trade alert window. I don't have a screenshot of it, and I wasn't live streaming at the time. So the next trade was BBLG. BBLG was trade. Let me get to what time was it? It was around 7 o'clock. Yeah. So I had my cup of coffee, came back to my desk. And then I saw this. So on the 1 minute, this right here, that candle, I mean, you're looking at this candle, it says 27,000, but as you can see here, all these other ones are like 100, 200, 1,000. So it had huge RVOL that came in. Now, BBLG, if we look here, the news came out at 7 o'clock. And I think I took my first trade around 7:05, 7:06. It was 7:06. So the news came out and it started running. As you can see here, Bone Biologics files patent application for bone regeneration technology. That's good. A keyword I think that I'm searching for is patent. The patent for application. So that was a keyword. That was good news. Of course, this screenshot was taken after I did the trade. The change of 85%. So it was definitely moving throughout the day. As you can see here, on the 1 minute, it ran up, it hit the scanner, it showed up on the trade alerts, like RVOL, extremely high. So when the trade alert, in the trade alert window in the pre-market, when these pop up with the RVOL alert, I throw it up and start putting it on my screen and start looking at it. Now we ran up here. You could have played this break here. I did not do that. If you did play that break, that was good. If you played the break of that and it started retracing back, you could have got yourself about 80 cents, 75 cents out of that. I look for it, and then I look for a pullback. We had a pullback here. It's more of like a shooting star, so I really didn't want to trade that. and then we had a 3-bar pullback here, and this is what I like to trade as well. I like to trade a 3-bar pullback, and if it doesn't get to the low of that candle there, but we have this candle here, which is good. I was looking to trade the break of this, but we had an inside candle. This candle here, the high and the low, is inside this candle here. Now, if you look at the volume of those two red candles, that candle there was getting lower. So what I did was I played the break of this candle here, the inside, and I started trading it up here, and I did not get the whole move of like $1.75. This candle here, once this candle started coming back, and then this right here, I got in on once this one closed, this one here, once that one closed, I got out. So that was just a nice little trade of like $1.25. So that was okay. I think I wasn't getting very good fills on this. I think the spread was this week was kind of strange. These market makers were kind of screwing me because I'd see a spread of like 5 cents, and then I'd get in, and then it would be like, wait a minute, it's like 10 cents. So I was just getting screwed on it. But it is what it is. You make your money. So it started retracing back. I was thinking that that the move was done and that it was just coming back because this had a slight pullback. Yes, you could have played this right here, but normally I don't like to do that. And if I do play this, the break of this candle right here, once it goes up and it starts coming back, I will, if it's a winner, that's fine. If I'm looking for it to keep moving, look at the level 2. If not, don't wait for you to get stopped out. If it runs up here and it starts pulling back, just get out. Just do a break-even trade. I did that quite a few times this week. Just break even. So I did one trade, and that's normally what I do is I just trade it once, get my money, and move on because I just want to protect the profits that I'm making. So the next one was LCFY. LCFY, as you can see here, it came up on the scanner. LCFY came up on the scanner, and it had McAfee partners with leading U.S. reputation platform plans to scale deployment of AI-ready search solutions. I mean, okay. I guess it's a decent headline. I'm not sure exactly the keyword. It might be partners with it. That might be the keyword that I was looking for. But it had news. LCFY had news, BBLG, that had news, CNVS, that had news, and I was looking at that, and I think I tried to trade that. I didn't make any money on it. I didn't lose any money. I just break-even trade. I just couldn't get anything. So I'm not going over that. That was just a break-even trade. I was making profits, then it came back, and I just got rid of it. But LCFY was a nice one, and we had a news catalyst that came out. So there was definitely a catalyst to get it moving. And as you can see here, let's go to the pre-market. As you can see here, it did a really nice move. And this is what I like to look for. I mean, LCFY, the 5-minute. And the way I like to play this is if the 5-minute, if the current bar, like this right here, I played this, I got in on the break of this bar here. Let's just go ahead and do this. So I got in on the break of the bar here. So I got in here, it retraced, and got in on the break of that. It retraced. It was a 50-cent stop. it almost stopped me out, but then it started moving, and then it popped up here, and once it got to the high here, I just went on ahead and sold half. It popped up, started retracing, so I just got out of all of it. So that's what I normally do is I look for this area here, so it runs up. Once it gets to that area, I either take all the profits or sell half and then start looking to scale out. And if it pops and runs on me, that's great. I still got uh, 25 to 50% of my shares. But I'm always taking, once I get like a little bit of money and I'm thinking this is resistance, then I'm just going to go ahead and get out. And what you're looking for here, as you can see here, I got in here, but this right here, this bar, the current bar of the 5 minute, that low of that bar is higher than the previous 5 minute. So I like to see a nice uptrend on the 5 minute, and that's what I'm looking for with volume, and that is what we're getting. So I got in on that trade. We had a micro pullback here. We had an inside bar, and I did not trade this because I was thinking we would go back because the volume here, as you can see there, the volume was picking up and we were starting to retrace. But then we got this, and we got a 2-bar micro pullback here, and this, as you can see here, the volume for those 2 red bars was kind of low. So I was like, okay, maybe we can do this. So I get in on the break of that bar, and my stop is at the low of that bar. So we're looking like at a 60-cent stop. 60-cent stop. It broke, and as you can see here, it really didn't come close to my break even. And we popped. Once we got to the high there, I sold half, and then we had a doji, and then once it started selling off here, I just got out of the rest of it. Now, that was it for that trade. I didn't trade any more of it, and this was a nice trade. So you could have gotten in here, and you could have sold half, and then you could have held, and that was a really nice trade up here. That was like a $5 trade. I missed that. I didn't get that. So, but am I mad about it? Absolutely not. Why? Because I booked profits and I was done for the day pretty much. So this was a nice trade, LCFY, and as you can see here, once it started getting, I mean, this trade, this was nice. I saw this and I was like, oh wow, we had a nice pullback. We had the volume drying up. We had a doji, was an inside bar. I was looking to get in on that, but then it's like 9:15, and I'm like, no, I just don't. It's too close to the open. Who knows what's going to happen? I was thinking, okay, the volume's going to dry up because people are waiting for the market to open. And sure enough, I mean, this was a nice trade because we had a pullback. When look at the volume is drying up. That doji had very low volume. You could have gotten in on the break of that doji, put your stop down here at about 70 cents, and then you got yourself about $1.50. That was a nice trade for people that did that one. But I didn't do that. So that's it. That's it for the trades for Friday. It was just a few trades. And throughout the week, it was pretty nice. I think one day I had a losing day just for one day this week, and the rest of it was pretty decent profits. So I can't be mad about that. So that's all I wanted to go over, and I'll put out more videos of the trades that come up, and I'll probably be live streaming. I'm going to try to live stream Monday, start live streaming more in the mornings, and maybe people can check out the live stream and then follow the trades as I'm explaining what's going on. So I will talk to you later. Make sure you subscribe and you'll get notified when the scanner is released. That's all I have. Bye.